Everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and today I'd like to share with you a journal I just completed. This was a custom order that was to be similar to my French folio styled journal that I completed a while ago. And the request on this journal was to include silent movie actresses, images of Marie Antoinette, and the Edwardian era. Also, the request was for pastel colors with a little bit of burgundy and also burlap. So I thought that was a fabulous theme. So what I've named this journal is Beauties from the Past because of all the lovely images that have been included in the journal. So what I started out with was a cardboard box, and this journal measures 8 by 9.5, and it has a 2.5-inch spine. And what I did on the cardboard box is I covered it with a piece of curtain. It was a curtain topper, and it's kind of a brocade fabric that has all the gorgeous pastel colors in it, the pinks, the blues, the creams, and the light green. And what I did after that is I took a vintage handkerchief, and let me untie this first so you can see this better. Like I said, this is a folio style journal, so it's going to open from the right and then over from the left. And let me go back to the cover here. This is a sparkly tulle lace closure. And as I was saying, I knew I wanted to include this vintage handkerchief because it has this gorgeous scalloped edges, but it was a little too long and wide. And so I didn't want to cut it up. So what I came up with was I cinched it together along the spine and attached it. And then I pulled it to the end on the front, and then pulled it tight onto, onto the back. And I scrunched it up so that I could get the whole handkerchief on the cover because it was just too pretty to cut off all of these scalloped edges. And I adhered that with E6000 and also Fabri-Tac, so it is securely on there. And then what I did on top of that is I did add some little cream colored, or these are more tan appliques. And on this is a paper flower that on top of that I added a broken piece of jewelry. This was an earring. And I included a couple feathers because I think in the Edwardian era they had very elaborate hats, and I can just picture feathers coming out of the top. And then along the spine, I added some blue velvet and more of that tan applique. And so we'll go on the inside. Like I said, it is folio, so it's going to fold out on the right and then over to the left. And let me see if I can get this in frame here. So this is the left-hand side here, and the interior of the cardboard box has been lined with scrapbook paper and then Mod Podged, and the spine and along the other side is some French ticking material that I think just goes with the whole theme. And on the interior of the front cover, this is a book plate. And what I did is I covered a piece of cardboard with some fabric and sewed around the edges, and then I started layering from there. I did a little cluster with some lace and some burlap and a cute cameo button here and a flower, and then this applique I cut off of a piece of fabric that I did get at Joann Fabrics, and this is going to be used throughout the journal there. And in the top there is one of the silent movie actresses, and this is just some ephemera that I had. And the silent movie actresses that I am using in this journal I did get from Etsy, and the digital kit was from Adamo, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's Adamo Prints, and I will link the stores to the bottom of this video. On this side here, this is from the Graphics Fairy Premium membership, and so is this cute little piece of ephemera there. And I created a corner cluster here with some corrugated cardstock, lace, vintage music, and this little tag here is also from the Graphics Fairy, and it has been sewn all the way around the edges. I did add a lot of fabric and lace to this journal. It just totally completes the theme that I was going for, and so this journal is definitely full. This side, I did a side pocket with some sparkle burlap. It's got some silver in there, and I layered some fabric and lace on top of that and did another corner cluster. This little bit was from a snippet roll that I made for this journal. You guys like to know I make snippet rolls with all my journals, and this is a little bit of the leftover, and I use all of the fabric and lace and burlap that is used throughout the journal. So that's a little bit extra there, and added a button to that, and we've got some ephemera on the inside. And these two images are also from the Graphics Fairy. This is the premium membership site, and there's some journaling space on the back. So there's the gorgeous Marie Antoinette there. She fits right back in there. There's some more of my, whoops, my little pearls are falling out of the way. Get those out of there. This is some scrapbook paper that I have in my stash. And here is some applique trim that I added, and some stamping, and of course Edith Holden. I just love Edith Holden images. And here is some more of those gorgeous silent movie actresses. And what I did on this is I took each of these little portraits and I created a snippet roll with those three portraits. I sewed around each of the images and put it on a piece of lace and layered some sparkly tulle and also some cheesecloth under there. And this gorgeous ticket, it says "Trust Yourself" on it. And I did do this on a piece of cardboard and added some lined paper in the back. This I got from a blog where the blogger provides, gives out freebies every once in a while. And the name of the blog is Create with TLC. So I will link that also at the bottom. And there is a lot of writing space in this journal. Here is a vintage book on Venetian glass. I thought that was pretty. Some writing space, and all of the pages have been coffee or tea stained. And then this side I created a pocket with some toile fabric. There's some more of that applique and a button with some sparkly tulle at the bottom. And here is some more ephemera. And let's see, this is a journaling card there with some lovely vintage ladies on there. And here's just a tea-dyed envelope with some liquid pearls and another one of those beautiful actresses just stuck right in there. So they all fit right back in there. I'll do that later. And then this gorgeous print. This was from, let me see, who was this from? I have it written down over here because I can't remember everything. Journal Centric. And they had a gorgeous French Rococo journaling kit, and so that's where these papers came from. I just love that image, just the coloring, and I thought that the burgundy trim just went so well with that page. And here's some more of that tan applique and some lace and wedding trim along the side. I did get that also at, let's see, did I get that at Hobby Lobby or Joann's? I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. More of my scrapbook paper, a square doily, and then here's another silent movie actress. Her name is Una, I hope I'm saying that right, Merkel. And I just think she is absolutely stunning, and she just goes so well, so I stuck her on the back of that page. And some of the pages have been stamped and stenciled. So So there's that, some more writing space. Here's the middle of the first signature, and this is a double lace tie closure. And on the interior of this little pocket, get this open here, is another journaling card or tag. And these images, I have mentioned this before, I've used this in other journals. These are images from a book called The Mode in Costume, and it goes through women's and men's fashions throughout the ages. So I pulled out one of the ladies from the Victorian and Edwardian era, and I just added a little bit of extra on the top there. Got some more writing space. There's the other half of that doily and a flourish stamp there. And then more of that trim, and here's the other side of that journaling page. I just love that image. The gowns and everything from that era were over the top fabulous. Just love them. I don't think I would want to wear them, but they're gorgeous nonetheless. And here I created a little corner where I stuck some cute little bits of ephemera in there. And there's another little lady from Graphics Fairy, so those all fit right in there. And then here's some more writing space, more of that Venetian glass, the Edith Holden. And then on this side, this is a side pocket where I layered more of that burlap with the sparkly silver. And here I did put some of my snippet roll, and I added some ribbon and a little cluster at the bottom. I think that's a little rosette there, and I just love this trim. I got that at a thrift store, and it just looks so Edwardian to me. It's fabulous. We've got some more tags in here. This one I got at a flea market, the Paris Street Flea Market near where I live. I just love that. And here is a postcard. It says hearty greetings, and an image here from, it says Gypsy Love in 1910. So there's some more silent movie actresses there. And here is another book plate, another tag from the same flea market. This one says, "You inspire me," and I just love those ladies. And this is like a vintage trading card. I think they called them calling cards, and this is one that I created, did a little collaging on there and put memories and some more liquid pearls. And then on the bottom here is another little tag there and more of that applique. And on this side here is a vertical belly band. This is some wedding trim from Hobby Lobby, and this was from a jacket that I got at a thrift store. It had all sorts of these flowers on them, and it's made out of silk, and so I just cut off the flowers, and so I love how that turned out. And then I added some more of that sparkly tulle that is the tie closure. And on the inside of that, we've got some goodies here. There's another tag, and here is another postcard. Isn't that pretty? I wish I got postcards like this. Geez. There's another piece of paper there just with a vintage outfit. Kind of looks like the same as what she's wearing there. And this was a freebie from Junk Journal Junkies, and I added some lined paper on the back. And this is an image from Sears Roebuck catalog 1910. So those all fit inside there. And here's more of that Mode in Costume book. Some more images of the gorgeous gowns. And then this is a piece of vintage sheet music, and I thought she was beautiful. The coloring went so well with this journal with her pastel pink, and I like the way the burgundy complements the pink, so I added that trim on the side there. And this is a piece of vellum that I printed an image from the Graphics Fairy onto. And if you guys haven't done that, I'm telling you, print on vellum that is made for printers. It is, in my mind, a game changer. So I love that. And then on this side, here is a corner pocket, and there's more of my snippet roll with another rosette. And we've got some more bits in here. There's a journaling card, and this is an actual postcard. It says, "Where do I come in?" The gentleman's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And this was dated 1911. I love that. And I put this in there. This is from a music book that I got at a thrift store. It was called Beautiful Memories, and it was from the late 1800s. And this lady, Madame Nordica, was one of the concert singers that was featured in that music. So I thought she went well in there. More writing space. And look at this gorgeous image of Marie Antoinette. This is also from the Graphics Fairy. I created another belly band. It's kind of off to the right hand side, and I knew I wanted to include this vintage handkerchief because it just has the same beautiful peachy pink color to it. And so I stuck it underneath the belly band there, and I added some more of that applique. And I don't know if you can see it. Let me lift the journal up. I did add a little piece of broken jewelry on there. It's got a rose and a pearl. So I thought that was very vintage and antique looking. So I thought that looked really pretty on there. Got some more writing space. And then on this page here, this is the center of the second signature. Oh, and I don't remember, did I mention there were 2 signatures in this journal and 112 pages? I created a side pocket, and this is from the movie Bolero in 1934, and that's Carol Lombard and George Raft. And here is a couple more cards that I created, and this one is this is the one that I was laughing about before. It says, "I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the volume of my hair." And I just love that image. They're just so fabulous. These cards are just wonderful. And here on this side, I created another journaling card, and this is a collaged piece of cardstock that I put together and added some of the lace wedding trim at the bottom and a little bit of fabric and lace trim at the top, and I sewed around the edges. And there's more of that applique there. More writing space. And on this right here, this is a little fold out, so it folds out 2 times. And what I've attached to one side of it was an envelope. And this envelope was made from an image that I got from the Met, and it is the Free Domain. It is a vintage Valentine, and I just thought it is just gorgeous as is. So I created an envelope with that and added more of the applique and the trim and the tulle and another rosette. And on the inside, we've got some more little cards. Aren't those cute? Love those. So there's lots of little surprises inside this journal. So that clips right on there. See, this folds out for writing space. Put that back together. And more of my writing space, Edith Holden, and this gorgeous lady, Marlene Dietrich. She's just the elegance and just their poise and their beauty. I just love looking at these pictures, and so I got that off of the Free Domain also. She's just beautiful. And on this page here is another corner that I did add some satin ribbon and some lace, and onto the top I clipped an envelope here, and this particular envelope is from graphics from Casey Michelle Art. This is the French maps, and she has put some botanicals over the top, and the coloring just went so well with this journal. And then along the side there, again, I added a rosette and some lace and tulle and some of the fabric that's used in this journal. And some more surprises on the inside there, just some ephemera and another journaling card. So that goes there. And then on the side here, I don't know if you can see it really well, I created a tassel, and this has lace and ribbon and some scrap fabric. And I love this yarn here. That is so pretty. It's got the same greens and light pinks as throughout this. Hi everyone, I don't know what happened. My phone just stopped working, so technical difficulties. I apologize for that. So what I was talking about here is I love this tassel that I made with all of the fabric and lace and trim that is used in this journal, and it's hooked on with a bulb clip. So we're getting towards the back here, and there's some more writing space. And this page right here is another little side tuck that I created, and just some ephemera bits in the back there. And then on the back here, this is the back page, the gorgeous Gloria Swanson. I just love that image, and it's on top of a collaged page that I created. So here is the back of the folio style journal, and this is a cardboard piece of cardboard that I sewed around the edges and added a digital from the graphics fairy, and I just love how it complements all the coloring on the back. And on the side right here, here is a little bookmark that slides right out of that lace holder right there. And there are some more gorgeous images of vintage ladies on there. And then, so how this closes up is the whole thing folds up, and it just goes back together like this. That goes over, and this goes around, and then you just tie it in the center. So this is my Beauties from the Past journal, and I absolutely love how this turned out. I wanted to thank you for watching and putting up with my technical difficulties, and I hope you guys are all doing well and enjoying the summer. So until my next video, bye!